Knicks family, welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with Andre Jalil and Rick the Ruler.
That boy one of the illest podcasts out here.
I'm about to have you do the intros from now on, bro.
Yeah, he stay talking over your intro.
No point. No point.
And the thing is live. You can't even do a second take.
I'm professional as shit. Nah, but what's going on, y'all? The Knicks one. How y'all doing? You know, fucking threw me off. Goddamn.
I'm chilling. Hey, look, I was trying to give you
How you doing? How are you doing, Dre?
I'm chilling.
You worry about me. Go ahead.
I'm feeling good. The Knicks winning. We got like 3-4 in a row.
Right.
We won game under 500. We should be able to get the 500 after the next joint. How about you, Britt?
Hopefully.
I'm good, man. Like a lot of people that know I'm a Knicks fan, man. They texted me. They hitted me up. They're like, I know you happy right now, and it's true. I am happy. I'm glad for the wins. I'm glad that our team is looking like something that is a respectable team in the NBA. Like I like it.
For once, right? You know what I mean? Finally, about time. So we're here because our New York Knicks beat the Hawks last night, 123-112, and that was one of those games where you kind of had that feeling like we might lose it, and then we still pulled the game out. But more than anything else, Julius Randle, there's not much more you can really talk about. Huge game, 44 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. I think he was 7-13 from the 3-point line. He was on fire, man. The dude was on fire. What y'all see from Julius out there?
He was just looking good. He was knocking it down from everywhere. He couldn't miss. It was one of those good games. He was going for his all-time high, which they said was 45. Mm-hmm. And I was hoping he was going to get that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to take too much time, but I feel like Julius, with the addition of Derrick Rose, he's in a really good position to do like some really good numbers.
Yeah,
he's with the starting five who was slower.
The slower five.
And they're not scoring, so he's gonna score all day with them. Mm-hmm. And then with Derrick Rose and quickly get on the floor, they can't double team him. Mm-hmm. That boy, he could score. He could drop 40 a night, like if things work out well like that.
Yeah, easily.
He looked good though. He was knocking down his free throws and all that.
Yeah.
Yo, you notice his spin moves got pretty much vanished.
It depends on the game. Yeah, for the most part, I think he probably looked over at Thibodeau a few times after he did a spin move, and that changed how his thought process. Like, Tiz probably got a hoarse voice yelling at him like that.
He did a turnaround step back last night, so I mean it still was there.
Yeah. He did a little bit. He gave you a bit of the spin.
You can't help yourself, huh?
Yeah. I mean, 45 points. I think they said the last Nick to do something close to that was Carmelo. And
and what was the stat? Hold on. What was the stat for that? I don't even have it here. No, here it is. The Knicks had gone 183 games without a 40-point scorer before Julius Randle dropped 44 last night.
Get out of here.
That was the longest active drought without a 40-point scorer by any team in the NBA. The next closest franchise was the Thunder with 108 games.
We did 143 games. I didn't
No. 183 games.
Damn.
Why do I find that hard to believe? Like who like
the last 40 points,
all kinds of teams.
The last 40-point scorer that we had was Melo. And you think about that was 2016, 2017?
Couple seasons, yeah.
And 80 games a season pretty much. That adds up quick.
Yeah, it adds it really fast. So listen, it happened now. We out of the gutter. Hopefully that means a little bit more for us because it doesn't feel. It still doesn't feel real. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the streak that we on. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I can't say it doesn't feel real. It feels. I don't want to be the guy to put the negative energy out there, but I just want to make sure it's sustainable before I get excited. You know what I mean? And I think that's really what I'm more worried about. especially when you have Julius. Julius has a game like tonight, and it's hard to not put him in the All-Star conversation. You saw the guys the other night trying to rally around him at the end of the game.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
thought that was real dope.
Yeah, that and
That
those are
means
the
the team
ones.
happy. They playing. They sticking together.
Mm-hmm. They like and they like each other. They like each other.
You knew Benson was gonna be there, man. That guy, he's the biggest cheerleader.
He's
I
the
love
biggest
that dude. His attitude.
Yeah.
He don't get no minutes.
Yo, bro,
Yeah,
and that's
he's
yo,
He's
that,
garbage
was,
man.
that was me in high school. That was me in high school, bro.
yo, the best.
Nah, but
Josh, I think we talking about this now because it is real. This ain't no flash in the pot. Like they about to be 500. Everything where goes well tomorrow. They'll be a 500 team.
Right.
And like there's a lot of teams that I forgot who they said that they're better than our record. We have a better. Our record is still better than Miami right now.
That and we have one of the easiest. Well, who knows what the second half of the season looks like, but for the remainder of the schedule, I think we have one of the easiest runs. I think we have. What is it? Let me look at it now. It says the Magic tomorrow. Then Saturday we play the Spurs. We play the Timberwolves on Sunday. Then the Warriors again on Tuesday. Kings on Thursday, and then Pistons on Saturday. And honestly, what's up?
All right, go ahead, man. I saw you. I'll be reading the comments, man.
Yo, listen. All right, yo, my bad. Shout out to the chat, man. Tomb's in there. He's already going crazy. If you see us laughing and you don't see us put the comment on the screen, it's probably something that And then, what is it? NSFW?
Yeah, not suitable for work.
Not suitable for work. Yeah. So you're right, Tom. Yeah, that's right.
Here's my thing about that with Randall.
Mm-hmm.
Randall, we had different coach. Like I said, when we had what was his name? When we was 4 in like 17 or 4 in 50. Who we have?
Fisdale.
Mm-hmm. He told him that he could do whatever he wanted. He gave this kid free reign. He's spinning, and he hated it. And then we got another then he got the other coach. He was into his old. He was the same old moves, but we got a new system. This is what I put on somebody's because that joint with the Bernard King picture, which I put his face on it.
Yeah,
he's sitting there with the crown and all of that. They had me cracking up when I saw it this morning. And somebody was like, "Yo, we ain't ready to do that yet." And I was like, "But it's funny. It's hella funny though. Like, just chill."
Yeah, let's have fun with it. Yeah.
And they were saying that somebody said, "Yo, you 1 minute you want to trade him, then the next minute now it's just like, oh, you crowning him." And I'm like, we got a different system, different coach, and that's what we talked about. We've been talking about the coaches and the difference they make.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now you come out here now. That shows that coaching actually matters because he's not doing the same shit he was doing before.
For sure.
I mean, I think there's a component also of he definitely, like they keep mentioning that he worked hard during the offseason. He worked on his game, he worked on his shot, he worked on the whole package, and it showed. I think even under Fisdale, we would have seen, like if Fisdale was still a coach, we would have seen Julius, his play be a lot better. But yeah, definitely the coach who had sight for. Yeah,
he said at the end of the game that he let fans down last season. He said I didn't play the way I was supposed to play last season.
That's right.
He put the work in. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about seeing you in the gym and lifting weights and all that. I want to see you bust some ass on the court. So he's been doing that, and I think that if you play like this, and the good thing about what we have now. Is I don't think Julius Randle has to drop 44 a night for us to win.
No.
Not every team is going to be shooting threes like the Hawks could shoot because that kid Trae Young is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the most suspenseful games because like we'll be up 18 and I'm like they're gonna do what the Knicks do.
Yeah, and they did it again though.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But they came back and they finished.
Yeah.
But then but here's what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened last night that I said is gonna happen with a second unit like we got. You see how they put Trae Unit on the bench for like 2 minutes?
Yeah,
they gotta come back in.
Out. Yeah,
And then that whole fourth quarter, they had to put him back out.
Yeah,
your starters can't rest like that now. With the ball you got, you can't rest. They don't put pressure on them. You gotta get back on the floor. So at the end of the game, you saw the Hawks couldn't knock down a shot. They was too tired.
They're too tired. Exactly. Yeah.
And that redhead kid, he couldn't knock a shot down no more. He was tired.
Kevin Herter.
He
Yeah.
was
Yeah, and
he
when
was
you got
he
good
was
defenders like
scared.
we got, that wears them out. Say what?
He was scared. Noel
Yeah.
He
blocked.
was scared. He had a wide open layup
He
and
blocked
dished
the
it.
hell
And
out
he
of his
should.
shot.
Yeah. Yo,
And then,
Noel
yo,
was
he
going
was wide
crazy.
open. He was right there. He stopped. He froze up. He was just like, yo, I don't
Yeah,
want to get blocked again. And he tried to
it looked
pass
like
it.
a deer headlights under there. He's like,
Yo, he was shook. I
He
love
was
that.
shook
I
out
love
yo, he
there.
had
that.
3 blocks in the
Yeah,
paint. Yo, he had like 2 back to back.
And he does this
yeah.
all the time. He
He,
does
he
this
blocked.
all the
He
time.
blocked 2 of the alley oops from
Yeah,
Young to what's his name big dude Capella. He blocked
yeah.
2 of those
Yes.
shots,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yo, they needed that.
Yo, he
I
just
love
shutting
I
down.
love that
Like you
defense.
said,
Yeah,
he's scaring them there. Now they come in the paint and they see him there. They start looking around.
Yeah.
Homeboy had a wide open layup and decided to pass it.
yeah.
And that's the beauty of having these kind of guys. You know what I mean? I know Mitch going out. A lot of
Yeah.
people are worried about what is he the anchor of our defense? Is he the engine that keeps our defense running? And clearly he's our most important defensive player on this team. But
There we go. You
we
saw it.
doing it. Hey,
And
but
that
listen,
wasn't like the spin move.
listen.
That's what I was talking.
At,
No,
at,
it wasn't.
at least
That's
it
what I was
wasn't a
talking
spin dribble move.
Yeah,
I take
into traffic.
I take the spin shot over the spin
back,
dribble.
yeah.
Yeah, because that spin dribble, man, he gonna lose it. He gonna turn around the other side and be like, "Yo, where'd it go?"
Right.
But
Oh, speaking of Mitch, though, Capella has that hook shot, and that's what I was saying before. Like, I wish Mitch would
I like
pick up
him.
that hook shot because he's there. I mean, the dunk is great, but like when you're dealing with a stronger defender, like when he was going up against who's that dude from Cleveland that's trying to get out of there?
Drummond.
Drummond.
Yeah, when he was going up and then jump, like that hook shot would have been perfect for him because he didn't have enough body to like really do anything with. So that hook shot would have been perfect, and he would have saved a lot of energy. He would have spread out the defense a little bit. So I mean, like Capella, I don't think of him as like a great scorer without him dunking, and I think a lot of people think of Robinson that way as well. So get that hook shot in his game. Forget about the short range jump shot. Like you get that hook, like you're good.
Mm-hmm. Capella, it took Capella a long time to get that hook up, though. It was a little while before it was a consistent part of his game. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good to see us go against a team like that and come out with a victory, especially because you know how Trae Young can. First of all, I don't know her name.
Oh, the ref.
But she can't ref us anymore.
Yo, they were going in on her on Twitter.
Early in the game were like, I was like, yo, what are they doing?
Bro, those calls were
outrageous.
And I've seen some bad calls this year for us. Like, you know how I am with Tony Brothers. I can't, as soon as I see Tony Brothers on the sideline, we didn't even have tip yet. They didn't even jump the ball yet. And I'm already feeling like we're going to lose just because of Tony Brothers half of the time.
I thought that
you got to add her to the list,
like
bro.
a conspiracy out there, bro.
I'm telling you, I think that goes all the way back to Dolan. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling.
So, for sure.
Why?
For sure. And I definitely think so because I know the reason why he had an issue with Tony Brothers is because if anyone doesn't know, Tony Brothers is he's a gay man. He's a gay man. So I think something was said from James Dolan at some point that I don't know why, but something happened. Something happened behind closed doors. And whenever something happens behind closed doors in Madison Square Garden, people don't ever find out. You just hear about the reactions to whatever happened. So it's between her and Tony Brothers. They try to make sure we lose every single time they're reffing our games. Everybody else, they give us the benefit of the doubt. But every single time you look down the court and she was blowing a whistle, I'm just like, all right, come on, what are you doing here? Are we playing basketball or not? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I would like to play against the other team instead of the other team and the refs for once.
Yeah, that would be nice to be 5-on-5 and not 5-on-8.
Right. So but anyway, let's move on. My man RJ had a decent return game last night. He had 21.6 rebounds, 3 assists.
Return?
Yeah, he returned. He returned to the lineup because clearly he wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? Pretty efficient, 8 for 14 from the field, 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. And you know, it wasn't a perfect game, but it was pretty efficient, and it's what we wanted to see. What you guys see from RJ?
RJ, he did his thing. I think that he played back into the rotation. It looked like because he lost that spot.
Mm-hmm.
They put the second unit out there. I noticed that they starting to stagger the players out there now. They put Rose out there 1st.
Mm-hmm.
See if he's going to. It's almost like he's prominent to see if he'll start him instead of something like that, which I don't want to happen. I want him out there with quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, RJ held his own. He like missed the layup and then came back and got the rebound.
Yeah,
Put it back up there. Like if you're gonna miss it, like just show that heart, that hustle and stay in there. But RJ looked all right. He looked pretty good. Like you said, he returned. He came back.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Rick?
I mean, I just think the shots fell. He looked the same.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything was different about his gameplay. I just feel that he did thrive a little bit when Rose was on the court. I seen Alfred like totally just ice him. So you know, it's tough to say. You know what he could really do. Like I know a lot of people think he's, you know, the future of the team and he's going to be a franchise player. The truth is nobody really knows. But he played well, 21 points. You know, that's what he should be making a night, 15 to 20 points. So 21 is right around what he should be making. So I'm happy with that.
Every time he took a three, I was taking a deep breath like,
yeah. Same thing with same way we feel with
you know what I mean? And I was like happy. It was like, oh, you got that.
You know
All
what I mean?
right, so he's knocking them down tonight. Like, you know what I mean? It was like one of those nights.
But yeah, go ahead.
Unless he changes a lot, he's not going to be the future of the team. Right now, this is Julius Randle's team, and that's not changing.
Yeah, I don't even think that needs to be a conversation right now. That's right. Not he has a long way to go before that's even something to talk about, and that's not even. It's really pointless to talk about him being the future of the savior of the team. I think he will be a part of the future. I wouldn't say he is the future.
Yeah, he will be a part.
You know what I'm saying? He's definitely going to be a part of the future. And you could just tell by how they use him because of what he does on both sides of the floor. He's a leader. You know what I mean? But regardless of all of that, Rick said something that I was alluding to a couple of games ago, and it's that RJ can't consistently look good like this with the lineup that he's a part of. And it's just clear. You know what I mean? You played this is and he changed the lineup. Like you said, he staggered it. Yeah. He staggered the lineup, and really all he did was swap the backcourt, which I think is a very easy move. Now, if you swap in quickly for Alfred, that creates problems because I love that. If you're swapping quickly for Alfred, that creates problems because Alfred can't play off the bench with Derrick Rose. It just wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like you having Alfred and Derrick Rose coming off the bench, it just wouldn't work. And then you would have Quickly and Bullock starting. That just doesn't work. I just think it makes a lot more sense to have the backcourt of the second unit swap with the backcourt of the first unit, and I think that's an even switch. And it's I don't know, man. It's really it just looked way better. It just looked way better.
I noticed that Alfred ain't get no minutes in the fourth. I don't know if it was no minutes.
He got a little bit of minutes. That's
a little minute in the fourth, like they no burn, and he looked good.
Yeah,
that was one thing because I'm the number one Alfred hater, but he's gotta. Here's my thing: if you can't shoot, that's gotta be a game where you attack the basket.
Yeah,
I was quick and I wasn't trying to be a jump shooter. I was quick and you use that. You go to the basket. That's it. Don't sit there be trying to do jump shot. He's another one. Every time you take a jump shot, you're like, and it'd be like a 10-footer. And I'm still like,
who Alfred?
Yeah,
for sure. More than anybody on the team.
But Alfred does what your boy did every other team, every other player on the team doesn't do. He chases his shots. So I mean, even if he shoots and he's not gonna make it, you're gonna see him chase down his shots.
He chases his shots because he knows he's not gonna miss it.
He's missing.
Who cares? Even if you think you're gonna make it, you should chase your shot.
I do feel you. You're always taught to follow your shot. That's something that we were always taught as kids playing ball growing up. It's to follow your shot.
You saw that 10-footer RJ airball?
He airballed that. That was terrible. Like I said,
he rushed the shot though.
He rushed it because he saw quickly on the left side. And I think he was in the middle of like, I should have passed that. And then he pulled up for the shot. And then it was terrible. I was like, yo, what are you doing? And then he came back and he hit the 2 threes to finish. And I was like, all right, cool. All right. Cool.
Right. It's like you made up.
All right, cool. Yeah. You made
when you
up
play defense though, he'll play some defense though to make up for it. I feel like he turns up on the defensive end where he make a boneheaded play like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. But I mean, like we always say, he's got a long way to go. This kid is 20 years old.
15 to 20 points. That's all I expect from him.
15 to 20 points. He doesn't have to be spectacular. This is Julius Randle's.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what he's already averaging. He could.
That's what I expect from him. I mean,
that's all. We're not asking him to be a 25 point per game scorer. Just 15 and 20, and play a role. That's really it. Julius Randle is the star of this team, and we just continue. Speaking of that, hopefully he gets into the All-Star game. I think today.
It's still
I voted.
I thought that was like a done deal for him.
Oh no, hell no, bro. I mean, he might get snubbed. That's the sad part. After playing like this, which is crazy.
That's important. We get these W's because
these wins, right.
The teams that don't win, they players don't get into the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm. The beauty of it.
Asked him about it. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What they asked?
They asked him about how you feel during this pandemic about there being an All-Star game, and I love the answer that he gave. He said he said I see it from both sides. I see it from a player standpoint and a fan. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that one we can put. That was funny. You know what I'm saying? That was funny. Oh, the beef and broccolis. Yeah. Crazy. So you got too many New York dudes in here, man. That's crazy. But yeah, what was you saying? My bad.
He said I see it from both sides of it. He said from a business standpoint, it's a way to bring in fans and bring in money, especially during the pandemic where they're out, fans being in the audience and all that. He sees it from the player standpoint of them just, wanting to be safe and wanting to do their job and be healthy for the rest of the season, especially with all the injuries. But he said whatever they decide is what he's going to go with, and I thought that was the best answer that he could have given, because there's some players who straight out, like Kyrie, who straight out said, "Yo, it's dumb, we shouldn't do it," that type of thing. So
I don't. That was it. That was it.
Yeah. I was gonna say one more thing, but that's all right.
No, like go ahead, bro. This shit's on. You got the floor.
I'm just saying, like, being diplomatic and playing this well, it just makes you looks like a overall good guy, and I think that's positive for New York right now. Right.
True. So we got a question in the chat. I think. Is that Glad? Yeah, my man Glad. What's going on, Glad? He said, "What future players and picks for Randle?"
No, Randle's a G.
Future players / picks for Randle. I think he earned his spot on the Knicks right now. I don't know. I don't even know if they're really looking to trade him like that anymore.
We got the right coach. We got the right scheme.
We're in a weird spot with Randle where he's playing amazing, and
we're waiting for the other shoe to drop to see if we're gonna let him go or keep.
Not even you. Yeah, it's between those two. He's playing so well that
let him go now. He playing too good now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's playing so well that his value is high. So this is when you trade him. But then it's like, why would you trade him?
Right.
You know what I mean? You can bring him back if this is what he's gonna play like. You can bring him back on a contract that clearly is not what his value is. You know what I mean? I think what is he getting paid? What is this? How much is he getting paid next season? Let's find before.
We got him for one more season.
I think so.
He hasn't. No, this is the last season on contract, but then we have a team option, and we can bring him back. So, let me see. Julius Randle contract. I just want to make sure the numbers before.
Everybody's talking about trading him. Like, what if he just decides he doesn't want to play for New York anymore? Like, did anybody even consider that?
He can't do that.
Why not?
Because we have a team option. He can't go now.
I feel like right now he can do whatever he wants.
How? He has no leeway.
I mean, as far as his value, like he's in all-star talks. He just had like a record career night. You know what I mean? So it's like, his value has gone up, and listen, I'm just saying, what if he doesn't even want to play for New York anymore? Like, we never even considered that.
Where he going when he get the drop?
First of all, not even that.
Kawhi won a championship and then left the whole entire team.
He was traded. He was traded there. He was traded there though,
and he won. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good situation.
Nah, I'm saying he was traded there, so that wasn't necessarily a destination that he wanted to be at. Julius Randle came here in the offseason.
Right. This was his decision.
Like, that was a decision of his.
This was an opportunity for him, and he even acknowledged it.
Yeah.
He wanted to be the star. What's his name? Took his shine last season.
Yeah, that's
one
true.
Of the twin brothers.
Morris.
Yeah, Morris. I don't think he took his shine personally, but I see what you mean.
No, but he got he did more than what he was imagining it was going to be.
They were supposed to be a tandem, and they didn't really work well together. They scored well at the same time, but they didn't work together. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of weird. But yeah, IP Star, my man Wave, he says Randall is what Tibbs is looking for in Boozer.
Exactly.
And for sure.
Better.
Guarantee. Way better. Way better. Carlos Boozer. Yeah, when he had Carlos Boozer in Chicago.
But
that's
remember
definitely
when I said that before, Cat? I said the same thing. I said, look at his Bulls team, right? He got Rose. He got Taj.
Yep.
I was like, so Boozer was a bum.
And then he got all of his staff with him that was still there too.
That's what I'm saying. He got the whole crew with him. Now you got Randall. And you got Rose back in your second unit. You got your starting point guard just to see how he does.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He have a bad game. He have a good game. You still throwing Rose in there. It's a wrap. And then you got to shoot her like quickly off the bench.
I
don't think he ever had a bench like this.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, man. The way, like I said, the way all right. I don't think he's gonna change the starting lineup, but the final lineup of last night, which was Rose, Quickly, RJ, Julius, and whoever the big man is. Of course, it was Noel, but it's definitely gonna be Mitch.
Fouls.
Right, but that would be Mitch in any other situation.
Right.
But listen, with that squad, I don't mind who starts the game as long as we finish him with that five.
That's what I'm saying. He left them in there like the whole fourth quarter.
Yeah. Yep.
And it ain't matter that Alfred actually had a good game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, no, you good. You did what you get all your points in the first three.
In the first three quarters.
All your points in the first three quarters.
Like Alfred, you be looking at him in the third quarter, like Alfred.
Yeah.
It's right now, man.
Wrap it up, yeah.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred, time out. Alfred on the corner like this.
That's probably, I'm not gonna lie. If you look at how Alfred was playing before he subbed him out, he looked like that's the head nod that Tibbs gave him because he was going up and down. He was sprinting, and I'm like, you usually walking it up and down.
Did you see? Time out. I felt like he turned it up when Derrick Rose was on the scorer's table. He's about to get his first sub in. I ain't never seen Alfred move that fast his whole time.
He was like, oh.
He was like, you about to let me get this shit in real quick. What's his name is on the floor? Yo, you crazy? He started busting the move out there. I saw him. What happened?
Nah, I was just laughing at my man. He said the Knicks need a cap on their team. He's stupid, man. My boy Mike. What's going on, Mike? What's going on?
What up, Kai?
But can a Boozer type player ever carry a championship team now? No, definitely not. I'm not gonna lie. When Carlos Boozer was on the Utah Jazz, he was definitely somebody who was a force to be reckoned with. When he was with Darren Williams, they were pretty formidable. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and act like Carlos Boozer was a bum. The Chicago version of Carlos Boozer was a bum compared to the Jazz version of Carlos Boozer. So I'm not gonna shit on Boozer too much. Boozer did his thing. You know what I'm
Didn't
saying?
Boozer paint his haircut?
Huh?
Didn't he come in there and paint his haircut that time? Come on, B.
I like that. What that is. Yo,
I don't know.
He had the pace.
we got a message from Alfred in the chat.
Dre Elvis said he want to fight. He tired of my.
He's tired.
Yeah, Alfred kind of strong. I'll be like, this cool. You got it. But you just ain't got no jumper. You talk all that shit when you get a jumper.
Yeah, he gonna get in your face, but like, what you said?
Make some layups, and then we could, you know what I'm saying?
Just make it layup. Nah, yeah, all right. He was like, nah, what's that energy you had on the podcast?
I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to run the numbers up. That's all.
I'm just trying to run the numbers up. Speaking of running numbers up, Elfrid Payton, how many field goals did he have yesterday?
You look right now. Oh,
5. He made it. 5 field goals.
That's
5 field goals,
right?
baby.
That's the number. That's the
I
bar.
think you said 4 or more, right?
No, 5 or more. 5 or more. You gotta hit. If he makes 5 field goals, we win. And so far, I think we're
5 or 12.
12-3 when he scores 5. When he makes 5 buckets, just make 5. So we need you to do, bro.
That ain't bad. But let me point this out.
Mm-hmm.
This is another one of the games. Our starters, all of the starters had a positive plus minus. Second game in a row.
Yeah. And Nerlens Noel and Julius Randle both had plus 17. That was crazy.
I was very impressed with Noel because you remember in the beginning of the season we kept talking about he looked scared,
he looked frail,
he looked frail. He came out like I don't know if you probably don't have the clip of that dunk. It was reminiscent of what's that guy's name? He just retired. He used to play on Toronto. Why can't I remember his name?
He retired?
Yeah, Vince Carter. Yeah.
Oh, Vince Carter. Okay.
Because it felt like his whole arm was in the rim when he dunked.
Yo, that's what I said when I watched the game. It looked like his arm went in there.
Yeah. Yo, he just stepped it up so big when Mitch went down. They interviewed him, not this game, the previous game, and they were like, how do you feel? He was just like, I feel like I'm ready. He was just like, yo, it is what it is. I'm gonna play my game, and he stepped it up for sure.
Yeah. I gotta appreciate Nerlens for what he's doing, man. I didn't expect this from him. I thought he was going to be just a bench guy. I think he thought he was going to be a poor man's Mitch for anything, for lack of a better term. But he's been stepping it up, man.
He's been stepping it up, but against Drummond, he was getting bullied around. I think
he's going to. These big guys are going to do it. Tomorrow versus Vucevic, we're going to get more of that too. Right. That's why we got Taj. You know what I'm saying?
But as far as what we getting out of him, I think he's doing a real fine job. I'm like happy. He's going up there. He could get dunked on any night, but he's going up there like those alley-oops. He's blocking those alley-oops, and I love it. Like he's doing his job.
Right.
That's what we're getting out of him. It's not like he's great, but he's doing his job and he's doing it well.
Right. That's for sure.
Step up. When Knox got minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs to step on first.
He needs to step on before he step up. Now he needs to step up in practice. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't think there's any amount of practicing he could do unless he takes someone's spot. That's the only way he's gonna play. You know what I'm saying?
I think you should give him some of Burks minutes because I haven't been really impressed with.
What's up with Burks?
Yeah, Burks is a little falling. He's falling off a little bit.
I see that
he played like he's
a little bit too. They pulled him out of there. They was like, "Yo, put RJ back in it." See, that's why RJ got minutes. Matter of fact, now that you say that, because last night Burks wasn't really knocking none of his shots down, and it was like, if you ain't gonna be knocking his shots down, well, fuck,
you better get somebody in there who could get some points in the basket.
Somebody who could play. He plays better D than Burks.
Mm-hmm.
So they just throw him back in there. It's like, listen, you go in there and get your minutes. Burks ain't really running it up like that. I hope Burks was in the gym shooting after that.
I think Burks is one of those guys. He's not gonna have a lot of bad games. The thing with Burks is I
think he on the trade block if they talking.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if you look at his contract, it'd be dumb for them to not put him on the trade block. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody who can bring you points off the bench for a low price. Same thing with Austin Rivers. So we got a bunch of guys that we can make moves with, and that's the part of that's the beautiful part of building assets the way we build assets. But they're not also, like I say all the time, they're not going to just throw anything at Bradley Beal. Let's go get Bradley Beal. So I'm gonna throw you guys everything. It's not happening. Like I said the other day, unless we throw RJ or IQ into that trade, there's no way we're getting Bradley Beal. It's not happening. So I don't see the Knicks making that move, especially because it'll have to be more than that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good off that. What I do want to do, since we're kind of on the topic of trades and stars and free agency, Alan Hahn did have a great point earlier, and he was talking about how the Knicks are finally moving into the direction of making themselves attractive to free agents. And it was kind of the same thing that Brooklyn did. Of course, if you had a team to pick, which we don't really want to compare ourselves to them, but regardless, when Kenny Atkinson had the Bulls.
Whoa.
Wow. Because I'm thinking about Tom Thibodeau. But anyway, when Kenny Atkinson had the Nets young players playing so well that you start to attract stars. You know what I mean? You get to the point where all right, now
I know where I could fit in. I can see
right. And more than anything, don't be a laughing stock. If you're going to be a team that's trying to attract stars, at least be a team that can make the playoffs without a star. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? That's people say, why don't players go to the Knicks? Because you can't prove to me that. What's your direction?
Nobody wants to be the savior. They be the only one there. They be there by themselves.
People saw what happened to Melo, and that's really, really, really what turned them off. Right. Because Melo is as imperfect as Melo was. They shouldn't have done Melo like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the way out, you put all of the blame on him. You never really surrounded him with anything that was conducive to winning a championship outside of that 1 year. You know what I'm saying? But players look at how he was done, especially on the way out, and how the media is running, how James Dolan does guys like Charles Oakley and all of that extra stuff. So they look at that stuff. But when these guys are starting to win, like we were saying earlier in the season, we don't know if it's sustainable. They're just playing great defense. We're not going to win every night like this, but we'll be in every game. And what hasn't changed is the defense. We're still at the top of the league in the defense. I still think we're the best team in the league defensively.
Clyde pointed something out too. He said that turnovers are way down, at least on Julius Randle. Game. The turnovers, they'd be like in the third quarter, they'd be like, that was only the fourth turnover this whole game.
Yeah.
So once you cut back on turnovers, you always got a chance.
The game before last game, I forgot who we played, but we didn't get our first turnover until I think 2 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Second quarter or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get our first turnover. And then of course in the third quarter we came out and had 4 straight turnovers. But
a little collapse.
Yeah, a little collapse. But more than anything, we're playing better basketball. We have a team that can put points on the board finally. How many games in a row is that we scoring over 100 points?
Yeah.
That's not something we were doing in the beginning of the season. It just was not happening.
We were ranked last.
We were ranked last in points.
Yeah, I just couldn't put that. I couldn't process that. So I looked it up and I was like, yeah, we dead last. Like, it's not even close. I don't know if it's still that way though.
What? We dead last in what?
Points?
Points scored.
I think so. I think
But isn't that incredible that we've been in so many close games and we have last in scoring?
8 out of our last 9 games we've scored 100 points, and that's something we couldn't hit 90.
Wow.
For like the first 10 games.
But this is also what we talked about early in the season. We want to see what the team looks like mid-season fashion, mid-season form. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now cats get to know how to play with each other. I mean, cats learn how to play alongside each other and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? I'm laughing more at your face. Cats learn how to play alongside each other. But I did see that comment when he said that. I thought that was dope. Derrick Rose.
I was looking for the clip.
come here, young blood. Like, you know.
Yeah, I love that. And even though Randall is clearly the best player and the captain of the team, you saw him concede to Rose. Like,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
Let's pack it in. Let's
he was like, yeah,
make the final plays. And ever since that huddle, they played right for the rest of the game.
Off again. Yeah,
they played right for the rest of the game, and that's what you want. And if there's one last thing I'm gonna say before we get out of here is shout out to Derrick Rose, not for his play, but just in his growth. You know what I'm saying?
Maturity, right?
Yeah, the growth of Derrick Rose is it's literally a completely 180. It's a complete 180. You know what I'm saying? He's a completely different person than he was even when he was a Knick, not even the Bulls. Yeah,
I was gonna say he wasn't like this before. He just but he was in a different place, a different headspace.
Yeah, he was dealing with the legal issues, and
right. He actually he made a post, and I'll say it's a pretty long post, but whatever. And he's been talking a lot lately, which is great.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I ain't never seen Rose talk this much.
Never. I didn't even know he could talk, which is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I little segment on Rose. I always hated on Rose because I heard that he didn't take his SATs. So, you know what I'm saying? Not his SATs, his some college courses. There was a scandal with Derrick Rose basically.
Yeah, he cheated.
He cheated. He didn't take those tests.
So what?
You know what I'm saying? So at this point, seeing this side of Derrick Rose, it's like, wait, so did you just become intelligent or you just didn't want to show anyone how intelligent you were or something like
Here's my thing, John. You just
get smart.
When Rose was like big, when he came out, yeah, I love Derrick Rose. I thought he was like the dopest dude that never spoke.
Yeah.
I felt like the way he was playing ball when he had the two-handed jam on homeboy way back. And then I was copping the sneakers. I thought the sneakers looked dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just because, but the sneakers was dope.
Yeah.
So I was like a big fan of Rose. And then after the injury, you know, I'm like rooting for him to get back. And then, you know, it was taking some time. And then like all these things started happening. He just started seeming like a weirdo. Where after he went
through a weirdo stage.
He was
he
saying
definitely went through a weirdo
like,
stage.
yo, it's like, what's up with this dude? Like, you killing yourself. So to see him to evolve and get back, it just seemed like he bounced back. Yeah, he does talk through his teeth a little bit.
He said he used to.
Nah, he still did. He was like, "Come on, man!" Like that. I was just watching the joint where he was crying when he scored 50 when he was in Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
He was like, "Come on, man!" He was like, "I work hard out here, man."
Nah, the funniest shit about Derrick Rose, whenever he's on whenever he's on the mic, he called everybody bro. So it's mad funny because
it was a lady that was interviewing him.
Yeah, the woman after the game. Yeah,
but I think Clyde. I worked hard, bro. But Clyde had asked him something the other day, and he was like, "I don't know, bro." Like it was just like there was no way. But anyway, getting back to the post.
Yeah, read the joint.
But well, and I even asked myself, I said, "Did he type this shit?" Because you know what I'm saying. But anyway,
nah, he ain't typed this shit. I'm telling you right now.
I don't even know what he said, but he definitely ain't typed it.
He ain't typed that shit.
Nah, he definitely types it because when I get to the end, you're gonna see.
All right.
But anyway, he
said
put
his own touch at the end. Why?
He put his own touch at the end, but he said, "Yo, write this for me," and then he said, "All right, boom, put this." Yo, but anyway, he said, "Remember this." I don't know what the picture was. I just know the caption. It said, "Remember this: failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough." I'm reading this new book, and it reminded me how this quote was ingrained in me at a young age. In Chicago, we call it not going. I've never been scared to fail or take an ass whooping, and that's the thin line you have to walk in order to get to your dream. A lot of people face each obstacle in their path with fear and doubt, and consider them as enemies when, in truth, these obstructions are friends and helpers. They are forcing you to become better or quit. The last time I was here in NYC, I quit. I had this inertia vibration surrounding me. I felt like I quit, but the whole time it was making me better. I ain't going. Never did and never will. On phone them. Stay blessed, king and queen. So, you know what I'm saying? That was the part that he threw in. He threw it on phone.
On phone them.
He probably had somebody else write the whole joint and threw it on phone and then real quick. But not for nothing. He's a little bit more. He definitely did. He checked out. Nobody can find him.
Stressed, they ain't want him in Chicago. He was like, "Yo, I'm in New York. Like, the fuck is this? Like, this ain't
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was going through it, but then he went to Minnesota. I felt like the NBA business got to him, and he realized. I think he came to terms with it. Like, yo, you could be anywhere. You play someplace else. Now he figured that out.
Mm-hmm.
He went through all that whole thing because he was with the Cavs for a little while.
Yeah,
I feel like after a few those different moves, now he's back in New York. Because when I saw the footage, the first footage I saw, he was like, "Yo, I didn't think it was gonna happen, bro."
Yeah.
First, I was like, "Oh, he happy about it."
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, "Yo, he's talking."
He's talking.
Right. I was like, this dude is out there talking. He was like, "Yo, I didn't know it was gonna happen." So then they suited him up the first game.
Yeah, and then before the game, you hear that he took out Quickly and Obi to dinner.
I said,
I'm like, yo, who is this?
Right. I'm like, yo, that's why I feel like this right here. If they go to bat for each other, and you have that in the locker room, and you got a veteran like D Rose, because I feel like he's gonna have like that 50-point game. I think he could have another one of those games. Like
he'll have one of those games for sure.
I feel like he could do that a few times. And if he does that, coming off the bench is a whole other thing. But if he does that with this squad and Julius Randle's firing, imagine RJ has a good game and Quickly, like these dudes could really start scoring like over 100 points. But with that kind of chemistry and that respect for each other, I think the team could really got something special there. I feel like I'm a little bit scared of a trade if they did say they was going to do one.
Yeah, me too. I can't envision what a good trade would be for New York right now. Like, who would they get rid of? And I mean, I know who you can get rid of, but it just I can't see it.
Right.
But
the Nets picked up somebody. I wish they
what happened?
I know somebody they trade for.
Oh, I know who. All right, go ahead.
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry.
I love it. If Alfred goes.
I mean, if you look at it, they're trying to trade him.
He's a better shooter. I said that. Then I said that due to text. He's a better shooter.
Mm-hmm.
He's a better floor general.
He's a better
defender.
He's a physical defender, and that's good enough. That's good enough.
He's a better free throw shooter. Yo, go get me Kyle Lowry.
Yo, my thing is that what do they need from him?
Exactly. Who you trading?
Hey, where's Frank? Frank, get you got the duffel bag?
Yo, you got your duffel bag?
Get your duffel bag.
He's like he said, yo, we got rid of
Loud.
Yo, Dre, he's gonna be like, yo, we got rid of DSJ already.
Word. Call him Uber. Call
Uber. Yo, listen, man. For Kyle Lowry, the price isn't that high. The guy is he's up there. He might be 34, 35 years old. He's been in the league longer than Derrick Rose, and Derrick Rose is 32. So I do see that as a move. That's a short-term win now move.
I was gonna say short to 34. I don't know if I realized he was.
No, but that's why you make this move, is because it's a short-term win now move. Because they're clearly in a short-term win now mode. They're not in
playoffs this year.
Yeah, it's not like, we're in win now. Let's go for a championship. Let's trade everybody to get those guys. Nah, it's more like let's get something that is gonna bring something that's conducive to what we already have going on and can actually bring us something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see them making a huge trade. They would make, especially if they're not going to make any trade, any additions by subtraction. So I don't really see them making a trade that's going to hinder anything that they got going on. So the only person, even the next couple years, there's not a lot of free agents out there. Our best luck with star players is through trade. So this is the avenue we're going to have to explore more often than not. Some guys are on restricted deals that, you know what I mean, they might have another year or two left, and they'll say, listen, I want to jump ship. I don't want to be here no more. You know what I'm saying? So Lowry is one of those guys that you make that move. It's a short-term move. I think he might have a year or two left on his deal. I'm not sure the breakdown of everything, but he doesn't have that much longer on his deal, and he's somebody who you can put with what they have right now, and I think you can push through first, second round maybe with a point guard like that and that experience.
But would you would rather him over somebody like Lonzo Ball?
Definitely for this team. Absolutely.
Does Lonzo play
Lonzo-
defense?
Yeah. Lonzo plays defense, but I mean, it's at this point when I talk about win now,
he would be a longer term thing.
That's a long term move. That's a long term move. The
And
Kyle Lowry is, yeah.
Kyle Lowry probably like this year, next year, but now you clashing. I think that they would be comfortable having him start still. And
Kyle Lowry.
You know what I mean? And then you still have Derrick Rose come off the bench. It's almost.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I still feel like Derrick Rose is a better point guard than him, but that's the case now anyway. So.
Yeah. Wait, who are you talking about? Derrick Rose is a better point guard than Kyle?
Than Kyle Lowry.
Nah, I can't say that.
I mean, in some ways.
Yeah, there's certain things he does that are better.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry is a championship ball player though, but that's because, well, he was almost there for years, so he's
it's true. He's got it. Rick, you got another point?
Yeah. Last thing I wanted to say is usually I say a 30-point quarter is a great quarter. Last night. First quarter, we scored 39 points.
Was it? I thought we had 40.
39 points.
It was 39 in the first quarter?
Yep. Second quarter, 27. Third quarter, 29. Fourth quarter, 28. We were like touching 30
right there
every single time. So, that's encouraging to see. So,
that's a game also that we got to win. They got guys that's missing, that's not playing in rotation. We do too. In our defense, and then I think Magic, they got some guys missing or whatever the case may be. I don't care. We need to take those wins.
Yeah,
we just got to go around collecting these W's. I think that with the squad we have with the defense, I'm like encouraged by our defense because even when we play good teams, like those two losses to Miami really bother me.
Yes,
still.
I keep looking at it like we could have had those, especially
we should have had.
With an old Tibbs player, it's like we had to come out of there. But I think we're gonna make that up, and I honestly feel like this is a playoff team. And I feel like we can get out the first round. Like if we get deep enough, 5 or 6, I think we can come out the first round.
And we had a tough schedule in the beginning of the season. So for us to be where we are now and going into an easier schedule, it's very promising.
We beat the Jazz.
Beat the Celtics at home.
Beat the Celtics. This we got a little squad over here, and we just got better. Think about it.
Yeah.
And if we do something like Lowry, like not the sky's the limit, I still don't think that we coming home.
It moves the needle. It moves the needle though, but it moves the needle.
They move in the right direction, like you said. We get players here, and then it starts looking good, man. In New York will be back.
Yeah, man. So I think we're on the right track. There's only. I think they didn't come out with the second half of the schedule yet, so I guess we'll see how that part of the scheduling goes for us. Hopefully, the powers that be aren't trying to have it out for us and try to throw a crazy schedule at us. But you never know. Yeah. But that's all we got. As far as the schedule goes, tomorrow we play the Orlando Magic. As we said before, Saturday we play the Spurs, and Sunday we play the Timberwolves. Y'all want to have another one after the next game? That might be something we might do. So we'll probably see. What's the game tomorrow night? Yeah.
Tomorrow night.
Do it tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we'll do that.
What time is the game? The regular time? 7:30.
I think it's 7:30 tomorrow.
Is it? If it's 8, then I might be a little bit too late. It's 7.
7. Yeah.
Oh, so we're good. We're good. We'll see how tomorrow.
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we can do it post game.
Yeah. So remember, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell so that you're notified whenever you get the notification. So you're notified. No, but so you're notified every time we go live and every time a video is uploaded. Y'all got anything else to say?
Appreciate the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for commenting.
Thanks for tuning in. Tell a friend.
Thanks to chat, man. Everybody else in the chat, y'all make this show go. And also, by the way, we have plans of having one fan on, I think maybe every other show. So if you guys would like to be part of that, just let me know. If you spread the word, and we'll randomly pick a fan to be on the show with us and have a nice little chat. All right. So y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.